Alrighty, it is your favorite auditor, Audit Down, the one who encourages you to audit down. Let's make sure we are live here. Audit down. Yes, we are live. Alrighty, today we're going over the Illinois Notary Public Act, specifically Section 101, which is duties, fees, and authority. Hey guys, Lou, how's it going? Tommy V, hello there. Alrighty, so let's see what we have here. Notary public. Each notary public shall, upon receiving the commission from the county clerk, obtain an official rubber stamp seal with. So, upon receiving the commission from the county clerk. Great job. Let me prepare a new paper here in my notebook so I can take note here. Make sure you guys do the same. Take note if there's anything that you need me to focus on or zoom in on. Let me know in the comment section. So here, we'll go ahead and continue. Upon receiving commission from the county clerk, obtain an official rubber stamp seal with the notary shall authenticate his official acts. The rubber stamp seal shall contain the following information: the word official seal, official name, notary public, my commission expires, a serrated or milled edge border in a rectangular form not more than 1 inch in height, and yada yada. Okay, we know about that. Official seal. Francisco, hello there. T. Dot, hello there. Each notary public shall, upon receiving the notary commission from the Secretary of State, obtain an official rubber stamp seal. All right, well, same information, so let's skip ahead here. Electronic, B5, electronic notary public electronic seal and electronic signature. Electronic seal and electronic signature Notary Act must be evidenced by the following, which means by attached to our logically associated with the electronic document that is the subject of the electronic numeral or notary act, and which must be immediately perceptible and reproducible. Are you going to be a notary public? Okay, let's continue here. The electronic signature of the electronic notary public, language explicitly stating the electronic communication. Now, the reason why I'm reading this, is because there's a. Hang on, give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All righty. So the reason I'm reading this is because I received a notary in the past from a employee who I believe created a fake record. So let's go over this act here and see if what information we could gain. All righty, let's skip over to electronic security of electronic signature. Here we go. Notary record, residential real property transaction. This section shall apply to every notary act in Illinois involving a document or of conveyance that the transfers or the purpose, the purports to transfer the titles to residential real property located in Cook County. Tube, hello there. Swine, hello there. This section shall apply to every notary act in Illinois involving as used in this section, the following terms shall have the meaning as described. Document of conveyance shall mean a written instrument that transfers or purports to transfer title, affecting a change in ownership to residential real estate. All right, these are definitions. Notice, every notary public who is not an attorney or an accredited immigration representative who advertise the services of notary public in a language other than English, whether by radio, television, signs, pamphlets, newspapers, electronic communication, or other writing communication, with the exception of a single desk plaque, shall include the document, advertisement, stationery, or letterhead, business card, or other comparable written or electronic material that the following notice in English and the language in which the written or electronic communication appears. This notice shall be of a conspicuous size if the writing or electronic communication and shall state, I am not an attorney licensed or practiced by the law of Illinois. I am not allowed to draft legal documents or records. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. I am not allowed to draft legal documents or records, nor may I give legal advice on any manner, including but not limited to matters of immigration, or accept charge fees for the performance of those activities. If such advertisement is by radio, television, the statement may be modified, but must include substantially at the same message or a notary public shall not, Francisco, hello there. A notary public shall not in any document advertise or letterhead, business card. Okay. Let's see what this says here. So all notaries, public required, a notary shall not in any document. All right, that's compiled as well. Failure to follow the procedures in this section shall result in a fine of $1,500 for each written violation. The second violation shall result in permanent revocation of the commission of notary public. Violation shall not preempt or preclude additional appropriate civil and criminal penalties. Any notary public required to comply with the provisions of subsection A shall prominently post at their place of business as recorded with the Secretary of State pursuant to 2102 of this act a schedule of fees established by law which a notary public may charge. The fee schedule, that's a beautiful one. All right, so let me slow you guys down. All the there's well, not all, but a lot of municipal corporations, counties, they have employees that have a notary public commissioned. So Here it's telling you that they have to have those fees prominently displayed, and this has nothing to do with the FOIA Act at all. Let me write down this number here. We're going to create a 77-point checklist. Five ILCS 312 103. All right. All right. Guys, give me 1 minute. I got to step out for 1 second. I'll be right back. All righty. Swine says, do they get to charge the fees while getting paid by our tax money? Well, we have to look further into it. But so we got that code there because it says right here, it says section B, 5 ILCS 312103B. All notary public required to comply with provisions of section A. Well, if we go back to section A, it says every notary public who is not an attorney who advertises the services of a notary public in the language other than English. So we'll dig into that at a later time, but we're focused here what it says: shall prominently post at their place of business as recorded with the Secretary of State pursuant to section 102 of this act. So let's jump in real quick to 2102 of this act. Let's jump into that real fast. Well, you know what? That might be on the, let's see here. Two 102, yeah, that. Let's go to the entire act and jump into it from there. Find, let's see. Here we go, 2102. All righty. Here's section 2102. Let me zoom in a little bit. Full Toy, what up, though? 2102 application. Every applicant for appointment and commission of a notary shall complete an application in format prescribed by the Secretary of State to be filed with the Secretary of State, stating the applicant's name as it appears on his or her ID, the county in which the applicant resides, the applicant driver license. Alrighty, the applicant has to reside in the state of Illinois for 30 presiding date. Alrighty, the applicant's signature authorizes the office to conduct a verification to confirm the information provided of the application is. Alrighty, application for notary. That's the same exact info. Well, there's that part. Now let's jump back into 312103. All right. Section C, no notary public agency, or other person who is not an attorney shall represent, hold themselves out, advertise other assistance that requires legal analysis, legal judgment, or interpretation of the law unless they are designated entity as defined pursuant to Section 24A1. In addition to the notice required upon the section, every notary public who is subject to subsection A shall, prior to rendering notary services, provide any person seeking notary services with the written acknowledgement that substantially states in English and the language used in advertised for notary. I am not an attorney, yada, yada. All right, we read through that. So what else do we have here? One thing that I really liked here was Section 5 ILCS 312103. Except as provided in subsection B of this section, 25 up to 25 for any fees. All right, fees are established. Good thing. Maximum fee, whatever. We'll get into that at a later time. Right, what they're called compiled. Authority. Here's the part that I wanted to see. One of the parts. Any notary or a notary public shall have authority to perform notary acts throughout the state so long as the notary resides in the same county in which the notary was commissioned, or if the notary is a resident of the state bordering Illinois, as long as the notary's principal place of work or principal place of business is in the same county in which. All right, let me write down that one too. Authority. Section 3105. A notary public shall have authority to perform notary acts, electronic notary acts, if notary holds an electronic notary commission throughout the state so long as the notary resides. Yeah, like you said, it all repeats the same shit. Certificate of authority. That's a nice one. Let me write that down. What's that? 3106. Certificate authority. Upon the receipt of a written request, the notarized document, and a fee of $2 payable to the Secretary of State, county clerk. Oh, Secretary of State or county clerk. The office of the Secretary of State or county clerk shall provide a certificate of authority for the following. I, John Doe, Secretary of State, or John Doe, County Clerk of the state of Illinois, which office is in office of the record having a seal, certify that John Doe, notary name John Doe, by whom or foregoing an annexed document was notarized, which was an insert date, appointed and commissioned a notary public and for the state of Illinois, and as such, full faith and credit is and ought to be given to the notary's official attestations in testimony whereof I have affixed my signature and seal of this section on and insert date. AA, hello there. The photo ID badges. So, what exactly did you requested and they denied it, or what did they tell you? Certificate of authority. So here's another record we're going to create out of this one. Copy from the county clerk or the secretary of state. All receipts, all $2 receipts that were payable in regards to notaries. Oh shit! Here we go. Liability and revocation. Liability of notary and surety. This is the section we wanted to get to. Angel said essentially for badges of everyone, about 16 people working there, and they fully denied it, claiming personal identifiers. Angel, uh, give me the code right now. Give me the exact code that they gave you, and we're gonna break it down right now in front of everybody. We're gonna break that down. It's an exemption from section 7 that they're sending you, and I'll break it down for you right now. Give me the code. Yeah, pull up the code and give me the code. Frankie MA, hello there. Liability of notary and surety. A notary public and the surety of the notary's bond are liable to the persons involved for all damages causing by the notary's official misconduct. That's what I wanted to get to. This whole stream to get to this part. Official misconduct from the notary. Upon filing any claim against notary public, the entity that has issued the bond for the notary shall notify the Secretary of State of whether payment was made and the circumstances which led to the claim. Liability of the employer for notary, the employer of a notary public is also liable to the persons involved for all that caused the notary public was acting within the scope of the notary employment at the time of the notary engaged in official misconduct, and the employer consented to the notary's official misconduct. Cause of damages. It is not essential to be a recovery of damages that a notary official misconduct be only cause of the damages. So let's read that one again. Vengeance, hello there. 1073 causes of damages. It is not essential to a recovery of damages that a notary's official misconduct be the only cause of the damages. So it's not just that. That means they're telling you there could be other fees as well. New normal, hello there. Official misconduct defined. Let's break it down. All righty, let's slow this down for a second. Let's look that up real quick. Here's how you're gonna laugh at them, accountability angel. Here's how you're gonna laugh at them. Watch how I break it down for you right now. Let me pull the code on the. I'm well aware of 717B. Watch this. FOIA 140. All righty. Hold on, guys. 1 minute. All righty. Let me pull that on the screen. Hold on, Angel. Hold on. All I needed was the number. We're gonna break it down right now on the screen right here. So first of all, let me put it on the screen. All righty. Now let's go to section 7. Here's the FOIA law here. Let's go to section 7. Exemptions. All righty. So they're saying 7.1b. 7.1b. Here's 7.1. Here's B. This is how you're going to laugh at them, Angel. 7.1b. First of all, let's read 7.1. Let's read 7.1. When a request is made to inspect or copy public records that contains information that is exempt from disclosure under this section, comma, but also contains information that is not exempt from disclosure, comma, the public body may elect to redact the information that is exempt, sure. The public body shall make the remaining information available for inspection and copying, subject to the requirement, comma, the following shall be exempt from inspection and copying. So then they said B, and then you said B. B is private information unless disclosure is required by another provision of this act, a state or federal law or court order. Forget about a state or federal law or court order. Forget about that. We're talking about this act. First of all, you asked for the IDs. So what they have to do is they have to only scratch off what is exempt, like, for example, their ID number or something like that, you know, whatever falls under the private. But whatever they scratch off, they have a duty to forward over the remaining, remember the key word, remaining information. So the public body shall make the remaining information available. So if they only told you they're only exempting this with section 1 and B, I don't know why you got tricked out of that already. 7.1 and B, it's clear as daylight. So one thing that you would respond to them, here's what I want you to do, Angel. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me the original, the first FOIA request you sent them, and then send me the first response they sent you. If there's any other codes you're talking about, you're also talking about 142C5. So let's go to 2C5. two C5 here. All right. Here's another one. Let's break it down. Private information means unique identifiers, including a personal social security. So let's break this down. This is how you got to laugh at them. You're talking about a government issued ID badge, right? Do you believe a government issued ID badge is going to have a person's social? No. Is it going to have their driver license on there? No. Is it going to have an employee identification number on there? That might be, yeah. So that's why they have to scratch that off, but provide you with the remainder of the record. Biometric identifiers, they're going to scratch that off. It's not on there. Personal financial information is not on there. Password is not on the ID badge. Or other access code is not on there. Medical records is not on there. Home or personal telephone numbers is not on the ID badge. Personal emails is not there. Private information also includes home and addresses of personal license plate. That's not on there. Except as otherwise provided by law when compiled without the possibility of arbitration to any person. For a public body that is a HIPAA-covered entity, private information also includes yada, yada. None of that applies. So there we go. We went over the 3 codes that they pointed out to you, and none of that applies. Now, when you're talking about an actual photograph of the employee on the ID badge, well, what is a photograph? A photograph is a public record, because we're going to define a public record. Public record means all records, reports, forms, writings, letters, memoranda, books, papers, maps, photographs. So they're telling you here in your face, the photograph that was issued by the public body is subject to public disclosure. That's not exempt. They laughed at you, and they laugh at hundreds of thousands of people sending FOIA requests that don't know no better. But that's why we have to read through the act. We have to focus through the act. We have to set them straight on every single wombo. Anytime they shoot out any of these codes to me like that, I put in a simple request and they shoot out a code like that, I start laughing. Those codes and them FOIA officers that don't know no better make my day, because I have to correct them in writing every single day. 15 times a day, 15 public bodies a day. But anyway, Angel, like I told you, we went over the 3 codes and I pointed it out to you clear as daylight. It's not exempt. You have to rewrite to them another email, and I could guide you on how to do that. But anyway, send me your request and send me the original one as well. All righty. So now let's get back into the Notary. 7104. 7104. 7-104. All righty. Official misconduct. All righty. Official misconduct defined. I was gonna use them to show off of my favorite, cause from my, I'm not sure what you're referencing, Angel. Yeah, but shoot me an email if you want to, and I'll check that out. Official misconduct defined. The term official misconduct generally means the wrongful exercise of a power or the wrongful performance of duty, and is fully defined in section 33.3 of the Criminal Code. Ooh, we're going to look that up too. Of the Criminal Code of 2012, the term wrongful, as used in the definitions of official misconduct, means unauthorized, unlawful, abusive, negligence, reckless, or injurious. Damn, this whole stream was just to get to this section. Did you see? Joe, hello there. Shine freely. Did you see county in Michigan fired their government, changed locks, and took over the board? Shiny, give me more info. What town is that in Michigan? I'm getting to the place I want to see the FOIA certificate. I don't think most have. Nah, you don't want to see the FOIA certificate. They all have that. You want to see the FOIA curriculum. That's what you want to see. So this is a beautiful code here. Let me write this down. 5 ILCS. 5 ILCS 3127. Wait a minute. 207. Oh, 7104. Alrighty. 7-104. Alrighty. Official misconduct. A notary public who knowingly and willfully commits any official misconduct is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. Let me write that down as well. 105. So this notary public that tried playing with me, she's in breach of 7-105, official misconduct. What do you think about the Dalton mayor? My opinion about the Dalton mayor is she's the female version of Trump. She is the female version of Trump. I'm going to go audit them soon. That's about an hour away from the city, but I'm going to be out there south soon. So, yep, 7105. 5 ILCS. Beautiful, man. Is a Class A. A notary public who recklessly or negligently commits any official misconduct is guilty of a Class B misdemeanor. Misdemeanor. Her demeanor was missed. Alrighty. Wow. Let me take a photo. Beyond just writing the code shit down, let me take a photo. Wow. Alrighty. Yeah, we went over to Dalton about, I don't know, what was it, 5 months ago? I first bought that to the light. But that was just, I haven't visited that city yet. But they also the mayor at Dalton, Illinois, is also the township supervisor. So I believe that's how she has a combined over 350,000 a year, because she probably gets about 150 as a mayor and about 120, or something in those lines. Anyhow, official misconduct, carry on. Willful impersonation, 106. Any person who acts as or otherwise willfully impersonates a notary while not legally appointed and commissioned is a Class A misdemeanor. We're going to look up the charges for a Class A. We got Class C. Class C is 30 days and minimum 45, maximum 1,500 per offense. Robin, who are you referencing from the podcast? Mitten State, long time. Alrighty. So moving on. Wrongful possession. Any person who unlawfully possesses a notary official seal is guilty of a misdemeanor and punishable on conviction of a fine not exceeding $1,000. So that means if anybody was to steal one of those stamps, it's a Class A misdemeanor and no fine exceeding $1,000. So they'll charge you $999 and an additional penny. $99 and an additional penny. Nothing more. All right. Wrongful possession. No person unlawfully obtain, conceal, or destroy a notary seal. No person shall. All righty. We know about that. What we need to know. Hang on, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Imagine our channels here where we discuss, where we look at these things and we inform ourselves, versus the the well, you guys know what's going on. We'll be right back, guys. Alrighty. Oh, Robin, yeah, definitely, man. Salute to everybody out there. Everybody's putting in a lot of work, seeking freedom. Alrighty. So, where did we leave off at here? Alrighty, 7108. This is another section that we need to look into. Reprimand, comma, suspension. Adam, thank you for being a professional and fearless. You are a good teacher. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought when I first glanced at the comment, I thought I didn't see the word fearless. I thought it said fairness. I do believe I'm fair with the employees too, you know? So reprimand, comma, suspension, comma, and revocation of commission. 7108. 5 ILCS 3127108. A. The Secretary of State may revoke the commission of any notary public who, comma, during the current term of appointment, number 1, submits an application for commission and appoints a notary public which contains substantial and material misstatement or omission of fact. Damn, so that notary did waive that misstatement. That's what she committed. Brandon, hello there, long time. Misstatement. Guys, I told you guys all my mods is down now. I do not have any mods. All you mods are in my heart, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, I'm going to be putting in all the mods back. I don't know when, but this I'm seeing that a whole lot of changes because something was going on. Something odd was going on. Scott, make a difference in your community like AT is the best way to create change for the whole country. We all need to get out there and audit them. We all need to, whether it be by the phone, whether it be by the in person, whether it be by the fax, whether it be by the email. Yeah, salute to all you guys. So submits an application, misstatement or omission of fact, or number 2 is convicted of a felony, misdemeanor, including those as defined in Article 16, 17, 19, 20 already of the Criminal Code. Official misconduct. Wow. Whether the Secretary of State believes that a violation of this article has occurred, he or she may investigate as such violation. The Secretary may also investigate possible violations of this article upon a signed written complaint from a form designated by the Secretary. Oh, wow. So let me write that down as well. So let's write this down. So let's write down all here. Copies of all forms designated by Secretary of State in regards to the title investigator. Alrighty. C. A notary's failure to cooperate or respond to an investigation by the Secretary of State is a failure by the notary to fully and faithfully discharge the responsibilities and duties of a notary and shall result in suspension or revocation of the notary's commission. Unbelievable. D. Section D. All written complaints which on their face appear to establish facts which, comma, if proven true, comma, would constitute an act of misrepresentation or fraud, that's what I like, in notarization or on the part of the notary shall be investigated by the Secretary of State to determine whether cause exists to reprimand, comma, suspend, or revoke the commission of the notary. Section E, the Secretary of State may deliver a written official warning and reprimand to the notary, comma, or may revoke or suspend a notary's commission for any of the following. Beautiful. Number 1, a notary's official misconduct as defined under Section 7104. Any ground for which an application of an appointed as a notary may be denied for failure to complete application requirements as provided under Section 2102. Any prohibited act provided under Section 6104. Section 4, a violation of provision of this general statute. After investigation, upon determination by the Secretary of State that one or more prohibited acts have been performed, in the notaries of the document, the Secretary of State shall, after considering the extent of the prohibited act and the degree of the culpability of the notary, order one or more of the following courses of action. Issue a letter of a warning to the notary, including the secretary's findings. 2. Order a suspension of the commission of the notaries for a period designated by the secretary. 3. Order revocation of the commission of the notary. 4. Refer that allegations of the appropriate state attorney's office or attorney general for a criminal investigation. I like that too. Refer all allegations to the appropriate state's attorney's office or the attorney general for a criminal investigation. This information is also telling us about 5 ILCS 725-1073, arrest by a private person. We're going to forward that information, them allegations, to the appropriate state's attorney and attorney general for criminal prosecution. Refer all the allegations to the attorney registration and disciplinary commission of disciplinary proceedings. That's another beautiful one. After a notary receives notice from the Secretary of State that his or her commission has been revoked, that the notary shall immediately deliver on his or her official seal to the Secretary. A notary whose appointment has been revoked due to a violation of this act shall not be eligible for a new commission as a notary public in that state for a period of at least 5 years from the date of the final revocation. A notary may voluntarily resign from appointment by notifying the Secretary of State in writing of his or her intention to do so, and by physically returning his or her stamp to the secretary. Here's my badge and here's my gun, Secretary of State. I resigned. A voluntary resignation shall not stop or preclude any investigation into the notary's conduct or prevent further suspension or revocation by Secretary of State, who may pursue any such investigation to a conclusion and issue any finding. J. Upon a determination by a sworn law enforcement officer, that's telling you it's not the Secretary of State officers because they're not sworn. So by a sworn law enforcement officer that alleges raised by complaint are founded and the notary has received notice of suspension or revocation from the Secretary of State, the notary is entitled to an administrative hearing. The Secretary of State shall adopt administrative hearing rules applicable to this section that are consistent with the Illinois Administrative Procedure Act. We're going to have to read that at a later time. Beautiful. All righty. That's another compoundment. Action for injunction, unauthorized practice of law. Upon his own information or upon complaint of any person, the Attorney General or State's Attorney or designee may maintain an action for injunctive relief in the circuit court against any notary public who renders, offers, or renders to hold himself or herself rendering any service constituting unauthorized practice of the law, and any organized bar association in this state may intervene. All righty. Anyhow. Beautiful. We zipped through it real quick. Let's see. Let's see what else we got on the agenda. Wolverine transparency. What up, though? What else do we have on the agenda? All right. Well, we're done with the notary. Let's go into municipalities. Illinois Municipal Code. I'd like to see something in this entire code here. Doing something a little different. Well, I tell you what, let's just call it a night here. This was a great stream here. We went over the Notary Public in the state of Illinois. Thank you guys all for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit the bell and the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please leave a comment in the comment section. The one who encourages you to audit them.